Before I start the video, I do want to mention that I created my very own Ko-fi page. And no, not that type of Ko-fi. Anyways, you're more than welcome to support me there by donating $1 or more. Also, if you're not too keen on using that website, then you can definitely go to my Patreon and pledge a dollar or even $5 per month while receiving some minor rewards. If you're not a fan of Patreon, then you can just donate any amount to my PayPal. I even provided a link down below in the description for easy access. Anyways, I hope many of you have a fun time watching this video, and I'll be looking forward to reading your lovely comments. What's up everyone, this is Alexander here, and welcome to my 12th episode of my art review series. Just like in the last video, I'll be checking out 5 different drawings that were selected from the comment section, so sit tight, relax, and enjoy the show. The person I'll be reviewing is named RedRanger, who is a 13-year-old kid. Anyways, I'll be checking out her drawing titled RedRanger. To me, it looks like the Red Power Ranger from the Ninja Storm series, but wearing a mini trench coat. Also, I don't know what to say exactly, to be honest, but it is considered to be adequate, or in other words, acceptable. But it's pretty obvious that her current skills does showcase a lot of signs of a beginner. I'm not entirely sure if the character is meant to be an OC or a fan illustration, but when I typed in Red Alien Ranger on Google, I happened to come across a website titled Ranger Wiki, and it turns out that the Red Ranger that the artist drew does really exist. The character is actually from a Power Rangers miniseries called Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers that was first released back in 1996. Moving on to the next user on my list, which is Jason, who happens to have a picture of his pony OC with a well-known character named Fluttershy. Also, I've contacted the person and asked how he was able to create this. He replied back saying that all of this was done in Pony Curator. He also mentioned some other information that discusses about the details of his character's tail, which happens to showcase different emotions. I can't really give a proper critique on this one since it's very different from the other pieces that I reviewed in the past, but I will mention that his character's appearance is okay. But for some strange reason, his tail looks really out of place. I would probably change the colors that would fit best for his design. Possibly his tail can be colored in black with red stripes. With this type of combination, it can be very reflective for him. Next up is a different artist. Honestly, I find the overall design of the 3 characters to be very interesting, especially with Goofy. But the way how Mickey is presented here looks very weird. Also, I'm not referring to his entire body, just his eyes, his small, dark, and menacing eyes. Moving on, I do find the coloring to be very impressive, especially knowing the fact that there are no traces of any colors leaving within the outlines. If I were to recommend anything to the artist, then I would suggest looking at the references very closely if your main approach was to imitate the original art style from top to bottom. So that's all I have to say for this picture. The 4th person I'll be seeing goes by Skate M, and the drawing I'll be reviewing is titled Inktober Day 31 Halloween Party. Obviously, the whole theme of this drawing is Halloween related, especially since these 3 characters are dressed in different costumes, and this piece was submitted on the last day of October. So I find the characters in this drawing to look very nice, but I do spot a few things that has caught my attention. For one thing, I've noticed that the male character from the right side has a very slender-like body that fits best for a feminine character. And for some strange reason, this particular area looks very unbalanced, where the upper body and his hips showcases a huge differences of both weight and size. But if you look at the other male character from the left side, his hips and upper body are shaped perfectly in good symmetry. Also, I do want to discuss about the coloring in this drawing. It does look fine, but there are a few sections where the colors are exiting from the outlines. It's best to make sure that you sharpen your color pencil so that the lead is small enough to color in certain areas, or if you're using a marker, then it's best to pick one that has a tip with a small size. And one last thing, it's important to connect all of the dots, metaphorically speaking, whenever you're inking your piece. For the last drawing, I'll be critiquing a digital illustration that was done by this artist. As mentioned in the title, the character you see here is Nemakuma, who happens to strike a strong resemblance to a cube from Samurai Jack. I mean, this is just my opinion, but I'm speculating that the drawing is meant to be a female version of him, since I do see a lot of similar features between the two. But anyways, the outlines here looks very decent, but from a very close distance, it looks a little rough. I suggest using a vector layer rather than a raster layer so that you can maintain your clean lines. Also, I find the coloring to be not half bad, and I find the font that she uses to be a great choice. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Also, if you're new here, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And it would be great if you share this video around. As always, this is Alexander, and I will see you guys later in the next episode.